with the Phillies and the Marlins to start us off on the road here. Big series, just like that. And the Phillies are the slight. This game is definitely moving closer to pick 'em. I mean, I think money's coming in on Miami, or at least bookmakers are shifting the line to Miami right now, early in the betting cycle here as we get to the traditional opener. And this one, I'm showing it $1.15 on the screen. The total, the steam came in on the over, but right now I'm showing it moving lower on the total. So Edward Cabrera here, maybe having a good start. What do you got?
Yeah, I like Cabrera in this matchup. 2.61 ERA at home with that 4.74 ERA overall. He does hold this Phillies team to a .376 slugging percentage. And I don't know, they seem to be kind of scoring some runs here. Phillies kind of still have the edge on them, 4.4 runs per game, but allow a lot more. So on the defensive side, the Phillies allow 4.75 runs per game here. I'm going to go ahead and go with this Marlins team to get this one at home, even though I think Philadelphia's been a little bit hot, but I think they were playing Pittsburgh, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Miami here.
Yeah, and they still had a loss in there against the Bucks. That 7-6 game, I think about. So Cabrera's going to have to clean it up a little bit. Last three starts, a 7.36 ERA, but Miami wins when Cabrera's on the mound. As far as Walker is concerned, 4.74 ERA in his last four starts, but Walker's been among the best moneymakers in baseball when he takes the mound. The Phillies are 15-6 with Walker. So you have the definite interesting that, Walker, 15-6 are the Phillies when he starts, but when Cabrera starts at home, they're 5-1. Man, that's a real close line. Let's take a look and see what the chat's into here. With CTG leading us off with first five Miami, and here's Ron on Miami. And thank you for that, Tony. JD here on, what's he saying about?
Says Cabrera has a blister?
Well, and again, I mean, these are some subpar numbers for sure of late. Baltimore, Dre says go over. Fernando on the Phillies here. Here's Thomas Lewis. Hey, don't these people know I'm on the air?
Right.
Omar has Miami here. Bionic on the Marlins. Now, the one thing that's, like I said, I've been finally figured out how to share the show on my YouTube. And I'm on there, right, on Facebook, right?
Yeah,
so,
right.
I don't know. I mean, do people look at Facebook anymore or whatever? And then out of the blue, you get a text from like, hey, what have you been up to? And I'm like, and I know it's someone on Facebook because they're like, I see them always posting on Facebook. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I talk about sports for like 90 minutes or more every day. Have you seen that?
Have you seen the show? It's on my timeline.
Doing that. You want to say hi? Reach out. Okay, thanks you guys for all the plays here on this first one. Can't trust the Phillies right now. I'm K's on the Phillies. This is such an important series. I'll tell you, I'm going to be on the under here. I'm already losing value, I think, with this at 8 over. I'll take the under in this one. Mindy takes the Marlins. I've got to think important game. I'm going to go under. Marlin-y. Oh, he fixed it. I like Marlin-y. All right. Yeah, I don't know, Tom. You can't figure these social media sites out anymore. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've been told that it's now Instagram is the way to go over Facebook. At least that's what some people are telling me. I don't know.
You're a whole generation behind. I guess Mindy's never heard of TikTok.
No, I'm
broadcast.
saying between you have between the two meta apps there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I've heard of TikTok. I get like 3 views on TikTok. Come on.
All right, good job, you guys, on that. Hello to Sports Girl. Good to see you again. Hope you had a good weekend.
Yeah, Sports Girl has to give us like updates on what's happened over the last
Oh yeah,
week or two there.
maybe she's been busy because we haven't seen her in
Right.
a couple of days. So. All right, Mindy on the Marlins. I'm going to go under. I'm just concerned a little bit about Cabrera. I love the way the Phillies win when Walker's pitching. Don't know if I'll be going against Mindy or anything on that. Let's just give out 2 plays on this one. Okay, this is important for Milwaukee, certainly, here with Corbin Burns. I mean, you got Corbin Burns, so $2 favorite. This total way down here, 8.5 over 15. These totals are coming back down after what we saw some of these games yesterday, including that Brewers Braves Mindy. So right, just trust the bookmakers. What can you do? What did I see in that? What did I complain about? And obviously, I was saying, oh boy, look at this total, the highest total in Atlanta ever, and even touched 13, got beat back down all the way to 11.5. There was no question it was going over, right? I mean, it was like every inning there were runs scored.
But I'm worried about the Braves allowing those types of runs, especially versus a team that doesn't really hit the ball much.
Right, but like everyone says, I mean, it doesn't seem to matter if this offense, keeps going. But we'll get to the Braves. This is about the Brewers, but no, and credit the Brewers for cranking out their offense too. But I guess they play exciting, high-scoring games. They always win. All right, Burns needs this one. Brewers need this one.
Yeah, it's one of those that I think the Brewers here are going to probably limit that Nationals lineup. I'm not so sure they're going to go ahead and win this one by 2. I kind of maybe lean more towards the Nationals. But again, those are not plays that I really like. Probably not ones I'm going to put in. But I am going to go ahead and go under the total. I have this one coming in like 8.5. So I'm going to go under that 9. And for me, it's going to be mostly up to Corbin Burns, what he can do here. I don't think Irvin is terrible. He may give up, though, 5 or 6. So it's going to be how much that the Brewers can limit this Nationals team, kind of the way I see this one going. If Burns has a good day, gets to that bullpen where they're sitting at 3.88 ERA, I think we'll be golden. So go ahead here and take the under in this one.
Yeah, we'll get on it now, Mindy, because I think that sharps and early betting are seeing what you're seeing. I think this total's on the move lower. The steams come in on the under. Maybe because Corbin Burns is back to being Corbin Burns all of a sudden. 1.64 ERA in his last 5 starts. Brewers are definitely, they're still on the road here. It was a rough weekend, playing a good team, but they're, still important games. They're playing a bad team here. I question whether or not this line's a little bit too high still at 200. But Washington with Irvin's got pretty bad numbers. I'm gonna try Washington. I gotta try Washington on the run line. I'm just gonna be. I don't know if that's contrarian or. Look, Burns has been awesome, but let's see if there's a letdown here for the Brewers. I know it's going to be there'll be somebody here with me on this game. Here's Ron. He says,
"Trying to find it."
What's that, Mindy?
Oh, Jeremy Bryant. Looks like he has it. I found one. I found one that's on the Nats there.
Okay. What's the name? What's the potential names here? Are we going to have are they talking potential names for the baby? Okay.
I didn't see it, but maybe.
All right, Carrie, I got you. I understand. But yeah, and look, the Brewers are 12-9 with Corbin this season. JD on the over, Fernando on the under. Like Sports Girl. Yeah, it should be the Brewers, no doubt. Oh, Jimmy, it's awesome, man. Thank you. We do try to keep it a little bit light sometimes. That's why they kicked us over here to our own show. I think is what happened there. Thank you, Big Baller. Omar says go under. Sports Girl coming off a good night. Turkey's here. Hello. Need the Brewers, he says, because of the situation again. It's got to be rough for Perky. Every day is marriage is real depends on these games. All right, Brewers first 5 for K. Mindy, take the under. I'll take the Nationals plus a run and a half here. Yeah, pressure's on the Brewers. Can they come through in a game they should win? I'll say no. Okay, the Rays here's Glass now. We're getting Glass now here in this spot, right? So whether or not he's pushed back because he needed a little bit more time, or maybe the Rays are just trying to position themselves. They shouldn't worry about the Yankees at this point, but they're still the Yankees. Glass now here $1.30, total 8.5.
Oh, okay. It's my turn now. I was just thinking about this game, right? Because I was thinking about Judge, and he's on my fantasy team, right? So I got him back in, projected on CBS Sports for 24 points this week. But again, we kind of talked about that. Like, we're not sure if this is the guy once he gets in, if he's going to be able to change up this lineup or not. But I think this is going to be a really good, pitching matchup. I think it's going to come down to the end. Probably, I'm looking maybe towards a low scorer here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Yankees on the run line, mostly because they're at home, mostly because they got Judge back. Maybe he's got into a little bit of rhythm here after 3 days, sitting at about minus 160 for that run and a half. Again, I just know, I just don't feel real confident with where this Yankees team's going offensively. So I kind of feel like, though, it's going to be a pitching duel. So if it's that low scorer, I think the Yankees have a better chance than not. So that's the way I'm going here with this one. Going to take the Yankees on the run line.
All right, Mindy says take Yankees here, plus a run and a half with Domingo Germán, a 10 ERA. In his last 4 starts, Glass now 2.25 ERA. In his last 3 starts with a 2-0 record, he's gone under in 5 of his last 6. This total is high. I wanted to go over. I think I might still end up on the over here. Probably just do it on the show because I was hoping for an 8 over. Let's go to the chat in this one and see what's going on with them in this big series. With
info here.
Okay, here. Yep, Perky. Okay. Rays get the win here, says Ron. Oh, Tuesdays that's why I couldn't figure. That's why I seemed so perplexed and I couldn't continue the show. Tuesday. And there aren't many famous Tuesdays. I can think of one. But it is. And then you could always say, on a Tuesday. No, that wouldn't work. Okay, Rays, Yankees are done. Yankees are done. Here's over for Fernando. JD on the under. Frankie is on the under in this one. And sports, yeah. Looking back on it, right, it was no contest last night, as we said. Tampa Bay first 5 for Dre. There's over for Thomas. And, yeah, certainly a talking point on that. Not a long road. I mean, the road trips are pretty frequent in baseball. We know that. And Baltimore and New York, I mean, that's just average on some of these East Coast teams. Ray's about to get hot.
We'll see.
All right, I'm gonna take the over here right now at 8.5. I know Mindy said the words pitchers duel. I don't know about Domingo Herman. I mean, see what
You
the
don't think this is going to be his other perfect game?
I have concerns right now
Uh,
with Herman. I mean, you're throwing out these Yankee, when you got Sevy, you got Herman, uh, just doesn't strike you as a team that's going to be able to compete with some of these other teams getting, they're heading to the postseason. All right, big baller. Shot caller. The Orioles and Blue Jays. These games just keep getting better right now. The Orioles here are an underdog. Bassett, $1.50. Total 9. It's going to be a big series here, early week. These are all great right now.
yeah, this is going to be a fun one for sure. I kind of am hoping for the days of old where we get so lots of offense here. I feel like the Jays are the one that's been holding back with some of their offense here as late. But it's I kind of feel like I got to go ahead and be on the Orioles, right? In this one, I kind of like the Blue Jays maybe to sneak a win. I am going to go ahead and take the Orioles. I'm going to take the 1.5 here in this one, only because it is sometimes going to be one of those maybe letdown days. After that huge giant win, they're just cruising along, and sometimes they get a little bit sleepy here. So I kind of like the Blue Jays maybe to get out to a start. I think the Orioles are going to have to go ahead and try to maybe outlast them here in this one, but I think they go ahead and make it close. I'm going to go ahead and take the Orioles here on the run line.
Yeah, and see, these are the ones I'd be more concerned with, right? Not to, dilute the point that Carrie was making, but the Baltimore trip would be more concerning to me, even though they were, uh, at home, because you're the team now, and you got to go to Toronto. That's just a little bit more difficult than what the Yankees incur in their little trip. So I'm on the Orioles. This is too high. $1.50. This is going to be dramatic. Look, okay, I'm sure because Bassett has refound a little bit of form here, the Blue Jays have come a little bit higher than I think we expected today at $1.45. The way the Orioles are playing right now, with their having won 15 of their last 20 games. Yeah, I mean, Blue Jays, this is important, hugely important, with Baltimore holding that lead right now, 5.5 ahead of Toronto. So, but Toronto gets their chance at home here. You got Bassett, 2.12 ERA in his last 3 starts. And the Blue Jays are 5-1 in his last 6 starts. But I just think the price is too high. It's a price play for me, Mindy. The game should be closer to just a small favorite, in my opinion, for Toronto right now. And I'll take the 1.5 with you. I was willing to go money line.
All right, let's do it.
Sports Girls on the Orioles. Fernando's on the under. Omar says go over. Ron. Orioles run line. And the Sports Girl says the Blue Jays are horrible. 12 games over 500.
I just maybe feel like they're not the Blue Jays of old, but I don't think they're absolutely terrible. They have potential. I feel like the Padres maybe this year. They got a lot of potential to have that lights out lineup, and just it's been sluggish.
Okay, well, I like the way the offense. I love the under, says Brett. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I'm sure actually on there. Big Baller's contributing great today. Looks like, man, thanks, Big Baller, for joining us. I mean, that's kind of information we like to see right there. Cover our butts. If you only knew. Blue Jays have to get a game going with Bassett. Yeah, I mean, Bassett been up and down to a certain extent, but man, when he's on, he's still on. That's the thing. That's the thing about Bassett. He's a guy you want in there in a I don't want to say a big game, but There's only so many elite pitchers, to go around, and you got to have good pitching, at least good pitching. Blue Jays money line. Hope this says Blue Jays money line. And Bionic on the Blue Jays. Under here for Solo. Carrie, right? Little. Are you talking about Springer out there? He looks like a train wreck defensively right now. I know that high sky is a little bit difficult, but he was having. Oh, he's talking about his batting. I was talking about his fielding. He's been. Didn't Springer used to be a good fielder? What is going on with him?
What is going on?
All right, we're on the Orioles for our first play.
Oh, it's hard work.
After yesterday, you can just throw them out there, Mindy. I was willing to. I was just like, whatever you say, Mindy, I'm signing up for, and it paid off with an 11-4 day. So hopefully you guys were with us on some of that. I know we even had some good Team Steam sales, and we give out the plays for free. So thank you to anyone here who just bought. Maybe they were busy or something and said, hey, what do they have? All right, here's another good one, Mindy. It feels scary for the Angel. Like this is the beginning of the end.
I'm going to agree with that statement.
As an Angels fan.
Right.
So, but just, hey, be thankful as an Angels fan that we're in this position right now, at least to try to compete. The attitude is good. Moving forward, they're a buyer and not a seller. So they do have Griffin Canning here, a guy who, could get something done. But we've seen the Braves have their moments of hesitation sometimes, but maybe those are against weaker teams. They play down to them. Charlie Morton hasn't been too good of late, so can the Angels pull something off? They need to win a few games they're supposed to lose, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those that my modeling here has the A's staying within that, or the Angels staying within that run line. I'm not quite convinced of that, but again, sometimes I don't like to go against the numbers the way they come out, because Canning has this awful .824 slugging percentage versus the Braves. They also have maybe the 25th worst bullpen too, this Angels team. But again, sometimes they show signs of life there too. And the Braves have been hot. So again, I'm not going to quite go against my numbers today because I have the Angels keeping this one close. I am going to go ahead and go under because I do think more than not that this is going to be a runaway game here by this Braves team. I just have to hope basically that the Angels go ahead and keep it under the 10 runs. That's kind of the way I see it. It's either going to go, I know it's like I'm kind of talking out both sides of my mouth here, but it's like the way that my modeling is, it's keeping me off something here and putting me on another play is all I'm saying. But me, when I watch this and I see the Braves out there continually putting up these kinds of runs, 28 runs in their last 3 games, I think it's more chance than not that they do get the Angels. Angels can be sneaky sometimes. So I'd rather take the play going under, hedging my bet that the Angels are not going to have an outing where they go ahead and put up 4 or 5 runs.
I read right through what you said, even if you were going, trying to promote both teams a little bit. And I get what you're saying because the Sharps I think they're on the Angels here for the most part. Again, that's what I try to analyze, and they're not always going to, Sharps aren't always in agreement. It's not some big brush statement. I'm not the biggest expert on the Sharps. I like to claim to be one of them, at least out of everyone doing this on the internet. And it's always so speculative by people who don't understand the markets, or I'm not belittling anyone either, because you guys are a sophisticated crowd, but I think I'm handicapping differently than even a lot of people in our chat. But the Angels took my point being the Angels took the steam today from the Sharps here. That you're looking at a line here down to $2. It was probably I don't know. Some of the talk was you were going to see something like 230, right? There were even some throwing out there higher numbers than that. So right now, because the Angels are playing well, maybe that also helped. But Canning, you mentioned it, 6 ERA in his last 4 starts. Who'd have thought Angels won 10 of their last 14 here in the late July? That's awesome. So Braves were monstrous over the weekend with that offense, certainly. And if you look at it, again, just like yesterday too. But hey, it's only 10 today. Maybe that should be our indicator. And there's another indicator I slipped in on you there. Hope you don't get mad at me, Mindy. But when I started the line on the when you started talking, I had 10 over 20 because that's what it was when I typed in the lines a couple hours ago. And right now, I have 10 under 20. And you know what? It might even be going lower than that. I'm on the under with you.
All right.
There's no reason, Joe Average is going to walk up to that window and want to bet the over in this game. And we might not be getting the best of it because the Sharps are going to keep this total down. But I feel like it's going to be an under as well. It worries me that Fernando is on the over here, especially. Here's Frankie on the over. Trey's on the over. So we're going to be sitting there with egg on our face, Mindy, against our chat if it doesn't go under. But I'm not. I'll tip my hat to our chat. They are great.
It's official. They are great.
Braves run line. I mean, you're great, Mindy, but if it wasn't for these guys, I don't know if we'd make it a year.
That's right.
I am very happy every time you pop into the green room that we got another day together. But you guys in the chat have made it really for me to come, for Mindy and I. Let's just put it the way it is.
Right.
And all you guys are a bunch of avatars.
Right.
Atlanta. Here's an under with us. Thank goodness, Big Baller. Our Big Baller might be new, but coming in with us on the under. Take the dog, I think Solo's saying here. Atlanta is just the better team. I think, I don't know. I may have felt like Mindy was leaning, Angels run line. I don't know if it's going to be a premium for whatever. I think the Braves might. Well, no, she did say actually that a low score. I don't know what Mindy suggested. 5-1.
I have no idea what Mindy suggested. It was a whole bunch of gobbledygook. My numbers say Angels on the run line. I don't necessarily believe it, right? So I watched this Braves team just go up there and just put up an absolute ton of runs. And I know that the Angels are suspect, right? They're sus to that bullpen. So it kind of worries me. And the Braves bullpen, they're sitting at third in the MLB. So I like the under, though. Better. How about that?
Omar says Angels are cold. I thought I just said the Angels were hot. I think 10-4 in the last.
Maybe they mean like cold, remember, in the opposite way. Remember cold, like they can do it, right? The coldest.
Oh, no, I don't think that's what Omar. I think maybe the bats might be cold. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
This is where he meant that the cold means hot. I'm sure of it. It's got to be.
No, I think he's saying the bats. He's saying scoring wise, the pitching has been better. All the Angels have is Ohtani. I'm high on the offense, you guys. Actually, right now, to a certain extent, I think. I mean, I'm high on the potential of the offense, right? I mean, you got a guy like Mickey Moniak, right? Maybe I'm just a fan. I'm a fanboy of Moniak, but and yeah, I mean, when you stick him in the lineup with some, you're going to get a little bit of protection. Trout's ready. He's going to swing the bat today too. So don't know if we can get him back for this series. It's going to be close. He may get him back maybe one game, but he's going to take some batting practice today, and that's what he said on that Peacock broadcast yesterday. In that in-game interview, so I got it on a good source.
There you go.
Told me personally, he might be swinging the bat today, and that's going to be important. So I get it, sports girl. Trouty not back yet. So yeah, okay. I like saying big baller. I do too. Glad we got him here. Let's go over. CTG says, oh, we're going under. All right.
All right.
Big baller. Now I'm starting to question big baller. Not that he won 1,895 units, but I'm just wondering if big baller really won just 18.95 units, and he's trying to make a point. Or does he keep score like we do? Tucker boy here. That's an inside joke for Mindy and I. And
That's right.
Big baller. Okay. Yeah, no, they've had their share of injuries, and that's the amazing thing.
Every year. That's like Trout just can't stay healthy, like ever.
Yeah, these guys are still athletes. Okay, let's take the under. We talked about this game quite a bit, but there are a lot of good games. This one's going to get my attention big time tonight. The Reds and the Cubs. Another game is going to be getting my attention here with Awesome Abbott, I'll call him at this point. Guy's money, but he's going up against Stroman, and hey, Stroman's still a Cub. He's not going anywhere, I'm pretty sure at this point, the way the Cubs are discussing their potential here. Stroman, a small favorite, $1.20, 8 over 15 now. The total's moving up a little bit higher. The Cubs are one of the best things going right now. And we know the Reds. Ellie did it again. Ellie, look, there's going to be ups and downs. It's not like, we talk about Ellie every time he does something. Believe me, there's been plenty of offers in there with Ellie right now, but the potential's all there. I mean, it just happens to be a little bit in a little bit of a playoff race in his first 2 months in his career. So that's fun. Here, Mindy, you have Stroman favorite. The steam came in on the Cubs this morning.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those, like, I wish I didn't have to only just do one pick on this game. I kind of like both sides, so I'm sitting here kind of trying to decide where to go. But you know me, I love Andrew Abbott. He's like my favorite guy out there right now. So for me, it's one of those Andrew Abbott days. I'm going to go with the Reds here. A little bit of plus money, I think, sitting at around plus 102, something like that. I just think he's too good. 2.25 ERA here. Doesn't allow much. He does have to keep the walks at a minimum, but only 0.6 home runs per 9 innings. So again, when I see guys that can go ahead and limit the long ball, I give them a really good shot on taking these. And I do think that the Reds have a little bit of more momentum going into this one. It was a huge series for them versus the Dodgers, and they got a huge win yesterday. Of course, it was versus, Michael Grove. Whatever. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Reds.
I told you Michael Grove had 1 foot in the grave yesterday.
Right. Michael Grave. Yeah, that's right.
Mindy, the Reds had not won a game like that over the Dodgers in many years. 9-0. Like right there, they said they listed the stat. I don't know what it was, but they hadn't beat the Dodgers by like 9 runs in 15 years. I don't know how long it's been. So, hats off to the Reds for destroying the Dodgers in that one. They keep it going. Yeah, I mean, I love Abbott, but what I'm saying is, this is a big spot here for a new pitcher. I mean, he's awesome so far. You wonder, is this really going to be what we're getting in the future with Andrew Abbott, what he's done so far? Is this real life? Can a guy just come in and be, this impactful for a team? Reds, all this young talent, man. It wouldn't be too bad to be a Reds fan right now. Looking forward in the future. And Abbott's been terrific, but going against really, if everyone want to talk about Stroman Stroman's been struggling. 8.5 ERA over his last 4 starts, but I don't care. I mean, he's still, going to be competitive, and the Cubs are hot still. I don't care about the loss here. So, see what the chat says. I mean, on paper, I better check the weather. It is a Chicago game. Wind blowing in. Just a slight wind. Temperature in the 70s. Mims is here today. Hello.
Yeah, Mims is in the chat.
Nice to
Is he
have
talking
Mim.
about himself?
I don't know. I'm going to look at that comment in a minute. It sounds funny.
I was like, you're in the chat, so what do you mean? Busting up our chat room. Whatever, Mims. Most of these folks are just getting off of
I
work
know
or
this.
at their job.
I know this. When it came to last night, Mindy, when all the games are over and I was ready for that Yankee game, and I went to order my pizza, I was able to get the good pizza last night, thanks to you and thanks to our winning day. It was no Domino's.
We got the artisan pizza. The artisan.
Right. Losing day, I'm going to go with the Domino's. A winning day, I'm going to go with my baller pizza. Everything's a baller at this point now. My baller pizza. Cubs lose when Stroman pitches. Oh no. They are 6-5 at least in his home starts. Take the Reds, Brett says.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about either.
Carrie says maybe there's going to be some nerfies here in this series. Abbott's allowed a first inning run in 3 of 10 starts. Stroman, one of the best in the league, if not the best. Just 3 times has he allowed a run in the first inning in 22 starts. That's among the best, no doubt. One of the best nerfy pitchers in baseball.
The best nerfy pitcher around.
He is. I mean, I think he is this year. 3 times allowing around the first inning in 22 games. I'm not sure if there's someone better than that. Reds for Fernando. Latifa likes the over. Big Balla. Over. I think I'm on the over as well here as my play. I was wondering if the win was going to scare me off, but I will go over in this one at 8. I think it's moving higher. The move looks like 15 cents here. I think it's got a chance to go to 8.5. It's already, scaring me getting too high. Latifa likes the over and Cincinnati. Dre on the over. And Omar over in Reds. Solo, is this today's game or yesterday? I was on Reds money line. Okay. Okay, Jose is here today. Big Baller says hot streak is over.
Right. We'll see.
And here's an under for Lotto Snob. Hello to Lotto Snob today. Yeah. Well, Stroman inconsistent. I still don't mind having him in a decent game. So Baller says already 8.5 now. He says there's 8.5s out there. Oh no! I think I've already made my call. All right, I think I've made my call. Mindy on the Reds. I'm on the over. Okay, so we could talk about Syndergaard. Talk about what the Guardians are doing. I mean, you want to make a splash. You want to make a move. Let's go out and get a guy with a 7 ERA and start him. Tough to wonder what they're thinking exactly. Look, maybe he could just turn it around, Mindy. He's no Syndergaard. He was supposed to come, through for the last 3 teams he's been on. He's been pretty much a disaster this year, costing him nearly 0.4 of a unit per game. He's going up against Ty France, who's been pretty good.
Yeah, and he hasn't pitched a while either. And then his numbers are just way worse on the road. We think the 7.16 ERA is bad. It's 10.96 in 23 innings pitched on the road. And now he's coming up against an Astros team that suddenly put up their season high in runs. Man, I'm going to go over the total here. I think the Astros just have a field day with Syndergaard, with the bullpen. Just continue to go ahead and smash the ball here today. I'm going to go over 9.
All right, Mindy, go over 9. Yeah, here's another one. This one, I could go to 9.5, I guess. The reported steam did come in on the under, so maybe that's what's keeping it down here. France, extremely consistent, 4-0 in his last 5 starts, 2.56 ERA, which is better than his season-long ERA as well. The Astros have won 9 of their last 14. We know Cleveland's been playing well, having won 8 of their last 13. But Syndergaard, you mentioned, he had a blister situation. He hasn't pitched in almost 2 months now.
Yeah, so, right. It's been a while.
And it was bothering him with the Dodgers. He had like an ERA over 10 over his last 3 starts before needing this time off. So doesn't feel like a real good situation here with Syndergaard starting. I'll take the Astros on the run line here. Let's see. It feels like the line's even too high, but at least I'm getting maybe a pick 'em price here with the Astros run line. Maybe I can get even a little better at the sharp shops. I've got the Astros to I've got them to smash here. And let's take a look at the chat with. I see
lots of overs. Yep. Lots of overs.
Okay, I just want to
lots of
sports girl. Let's get this churro. Let's get. I'm thinking, what is that? I'm saying
when I first saw it, I thought it was corn. Like I thought it was an ear of corn, but it would be bread. It would be bread.
Oh. Okay,
bread.
Let's get this churro. Is what I thought.
Maybe thought it was corn.
Like the place down the street, they have a churro shake.
What? A churro shake, huh?
Yeah. Churro shake or Sunday, soft serve, and they stick a churro in it. You take the churro out.
Yum, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, I gotta admit. Latifa on France. And France, I mean, on JP France.
Right.
Well, it's the Women's World Cup. I don't want to make it confused. We could cover those games here since we got a short show. No, Latifa, what are you doing? You're hanging out in Perky territory there. Latifa on the over. Big baller exact score line. Houston first 5 for Dre. Oh, yeah, they don't play well against the better teams. I think that's Yeah, they needed to make the move. You got to go with somebody. Hey, take a chance on a veteran like Syndergaard. I get it. It's just that with the injury situation and his numbers and where he stands right now in his career, he, expected to come in and be a savior for some teams, and it more looks like his career's over. Don't want to bury him here, but I'll take I'll take the Astros on the run line. Yeah, I mean you're on the Dodgers, and you went. They were 4-8 with Syndergaard starting, and you're and you're pitching on the Dodgers. So does have career good numbers against Houston, but it's been a long career. Mindy's on the over. In this one, I'm just wondering how many runs that bad Cleveland offense will get off of France. So, and you said the same thing. I mean, I think really saying that you're going to need the Houston runs to come through. Baller says the bats will smash today. I think he's saying exactly kind of the way you were seeing it. So.
Yeah, that's true. Why throw Syndergaard against Astros in the first start? They could have waited next series.
Right, Cleveland's up against I'm not saying the pressure's on Cleveland. Because of their division situation, they're live, right? Every game's important, so do what you can when you can, I guess. All right, they won again, Mindy. I'm trying I'm not jumping out of my chair, and they probably can they do play extremely well against the Rockies. So here, maybe you're actually getting a discount at $2. I don't know. Padres here with Seth Lugo, $1.95, 11.5 over 15. There was some steam that did come in on the under here.
Right. But it's one of those that if the Padres want to do something, Ramon, if they want to try to keep track or keep up, they got to win this series here, right? And all I have always in the back of my head is I don't want to believe it, but you keep telling me Gomber is profitable. So again, I want to go ahead though and go with the Padres on the run line. If they want to reach that wild card, they got to get this, and I feel like it's a good spot for them. They're playing well. And again, it's Gomber still has that elevated ERA at home, 7.19, gives up over 500 slugging percentage. I think this is a perfect spot for the Padres to score a bunch of runs here today.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I think they will. Is it? We were on the run line here, Mindy, I guess?
We are on the run line, unless you want to take the Padres to minus 200.
I'm on the Padres today here. Everybody knows
number 3.
Hey, I get this team right. And this should be a good situation for him today. I wasn't huge on, Lugo coming over. He's doing a good job. He right now 2.77 ERA in the last 2 games and 3.62 overall. Not too bad. Will mention that he's pitched against Colorado 3-0 in his career against Colorado with a 2.64 ERA. Gomber's got that.
Are you telling me Gomber's always profitable, though, Ramon?
Oh, he is profitable this season.
I know, so that always worries me a little bit.
A quarter unit a game, but Padres in Colorado, no. I'm on the Padres with you in this one. And look, I'm against the Padres more. Maybe I've even lost with the Padres because I fade them too much. But again, they're usually overpriced. Here, I don't think that $1.85 or $1.95. I don't think that's necessarily overpriced. It's tough. Nobody wants to lay these favorites. I get that. We are laying like $1.35 on this run line. But after what I saw with the series against Oakland, I'm gonna have to go with the Padres here. And what the chat? You were laughing at the chat, saying some things.
Yeah, I was laughing at the chat because Latifa had her crystal ball out. She was like, "Really, Fernando?" Because Fernando said Rockies take the first game, and then the Padres get 2 more. And then Thomas was like, "Yeah, that's a whole lot to say, Mindy. Just a lot of runs." I'm like, "Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's my breakdown."
Yeah, Gomber is terrible, but he's also such a big dog. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Standing a run line for Michael. Okay, there, I see that. And Gomber pays. That's what I'm saying, Solo. Yeah, once they get in the bullpen against this lineup, Padres, they found a groove. All right. We're on the Padres here. Make no mistake today, Mindy. I'll take the Padres with you, minus the 1.5. Padres have won 8 out of their last 12. Colorado's lost 5 of their last 7. We'll say Lugo Padres are 2-6 with Lugo's road starts. Lugo, for as decent as he's been, and you talk about cashing. I lost Mindy, so I'll just talk about this game for a moment. Looks like she might have lost her connection. But Lugo, so far, 15 starts with the Padres, and he's costing you a third of a unit with every start. So with Lugo on the mound, it's not profitable. And with Gomber on the mound for Colorado, it is profitable. But again, you're just talking about Padres usually overpriced, Rockies underpriced. So you get the value with the Rockies. But today, I still feel like I want to take the Padres. Okay, we might just have to wrap up the show. And good thing we're done anyways. So we'll just go with the last game, and then Mindy can obviously she has her phone, so maybe she can type in the play for. I think we're on the final game here, aren't we? With the Red Sox and the Mariners. We'll get Mindy's contribution. Looks like on the phone because she's not going to get her computer back. But I see your messages, Mindy. If you want to type in 1, 2, or 3 sentences on the Red Sox and the Mariners while I preview the game, then we'll have maybe our consensus play because I'll see what you say on this one. Thank you, dear. Great job by you. Oh, I forgot the Arizona-San Francisco game will come up as well. I don't think I even made a panel for that one because we didn't have a line. All right, for the Red Sox and the Mariners today with Nick Pivetta going up against George Kirby in this one. And I'm showing right now Kirby $1.30. The total has gone down here to 7.5. So let me just update the panel here on that. That total moving lower here, and maybe understandable. I mean, Kirby's done a pretty nice job, a 3.49 ERA this season. Pivetta 4.11 ERA. The Steam came in on the under in this game, and let me get my notes up here. And Pivetta, 8 starts, sometimes even gets an opener. I'm not showing that necessarily to be the case here today. We know the Red Sox have been strong, having won 16 of their last 23 games, but they're running into another hot team here in the Mariners, who have won 8 of their last 10 games now, just in time here to make their own little playoff push. Another great series today getting underway in Seattle. So did Mindy say her pick yet on this one? Let's see. Let's get the chat plays in here, and then we'll go through. We have Sports Girl on the Red Sox. Latifa, Boston Red Sox. Thomas Lewis, Boston Red Sox, first 5. Carey's on the under. JD's on the under. Hello to Leroy here today. He's here, and he says, take the Sox. So you guys maybe here on the Sox as a dog. Sports Girl wants to fade Kirby here a little bit. 6.19 ERA in his last 3 starts. Not too good, but I will say that the Mariners are 7-3 at home with Kirby on the mound. Here's Fernando on the Mariners. Leroy also going to add the over. And let's see, Big Balla has the under. I'm going to make my pick here, Mindy. Did I miss Mindy's pick, you guys, on the Red Sox game? Oh, she thinks Mindy's with the Mariners because I want to be on the Mariners, and I want to see if Mindy's supposed to go first. That's why I don't want to put any thoughts into her head. Leroy on Seattle here. And, go to the top. Go to the top of this game. Oh, my last play on the Mariners, he gets run support. Okay, good. I'm on Mariners. We've got a consensus play here on the Mariners. Mindy and I agree on this one, so we've got another one. I'll try to recount them here. I don't know if Mindy can type them in like normal. I'll just read them off if she can't. But we're on the Mariners here, minus $1.30 in this one. I'll let everyone. Okay, thanks. Thomas is chiming in with the last game. And I don't know if Mindy has something on this last game, Diamondbacks and Giants. Problem there is the Giants aren't official in their pitching situation, and I'm expecting it will be Cobb, and he'll probably get an opener, is what I'm thinking in that game with the Diamondbacks. So I'm really not even sure if I had a strong opinion necessarily in the game. But if it's Cobb, I'm sure I'm going to be on the Giants. And I just didn't want. I don't want to say it. I want to see if I get Mindy's play in there. Let's see if I can get this last game in. Fernando over 7.5. Is that the Boston game there? Yeah. See, guys, how bad a show would be if we didn't have Mindy. Okay, I see. No, we got it, Mindy. We're on it. We're on Seattle. Dre's on the under. Mariners 4-2. Thanks a lot, Bala. We got one more game, everybody. Okay, Mindy says take Cobb and the Giants. Let me put up a banner, though, at least. What happened was I didn't have a banner because I would have thought we'd have maybe the pitching situation be decided by the time we were on the air for the Giants. And I don't know, you guys, I think in a lot of these speculation situations, I'm not saying I'm some expert. Maybe I just have no life, but I often get these right, don't I? When I say when the opener's coming in and when they're going to have an opener and it's still off the board. So, oops. All right. Everyone leaving me. Got 100 viewers watching me struggle here with my Diamondbacks. And Ryan Nelson, a 4.97 ERA this season, going up against Cobb. I'll say Cobb for now, 2.97. You know, if we get an opener, Walker, Brebbia, you know who these guys are. So let's just list it like this. Because I think the Giants are certainly going to be a favorite here. And if Mindy's on the Giants, I'll take the Giants. Diamondbacks seem to have some issues, certainly on the road. And for Nelson, a 6.65 ERA in his last 4 starts. Arizona just 6-16 in their last 22 games right now. Giants have won 4 of 5. They're also 30-23 at home. Cobb, if he does get the start, 2.42 ERA in his last 4 starts. And the Giants, you talk about moneymakers, you're going to win a third of a unit per game, even with Cobb, who is favored quite often. Giants are 14-5 in his starts. And listen to some of these numbers on the totals as we get out of here. Cobb, 13-2-1 to the under in his last 16 starts. The Giants have gone under in 10 of their last 13 games. Arizona's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games. And Nelson has gone under he's gone over in just 1 of his last 6 games. 4-1-1 to the under. We'll take a look at the comments, and then we'll get out of here. Thank you to Mindy. Add another one, Mindy. I don't know if you're typing them in. I'll read them off. But we're on the Giants for another play. I like the Giants. Okay, here come the chat plays in this one. Giants for sure. Says, Fernando, you guys are going to have, if you guys come to Vegas, you guys will have to plan it. I'm terrible at planning anything. I think everybody knows that. Leroy's on a nerfy here. Nelson's allowed a first-inning run in 7 of 21 starts, while Cobb has allowed a first-inning run in 6 of 19. So these guys run about 33%, 33%, or 66% nerfy. Pretty much right on. Fernando on the Giants. Mindy says it's a 5-pack for Team Steam. Coming off a strong day. Latifa on the Giants. Thanks, you guys.